What's up, everybody? I'm over here printing today, printing on a DTG. Y'all see the Ricoh Ri1000. We just got finished doing one. We got one that's dry and one that just got finished curing. So that's fully dry. So we got to put this one over here. So what I do is I print, I hover, and then I press. All right, so let's get this one off and let's move everything over. I don't have a holder. Let me get a holder together. I'm gonna put it right here. There we go. So take this one off because that's done. And I'm just gonna fold it over the chair like that. Move this one over here, like so. Boom, boom. Put my little sheet on, and then press. Like that. Bam, bam. Take the one that just got finished getting done and put it on. Oh, 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 oh. All right, we good. We still good. Put it down and hover. I'm fine. How are you, Swoop? I'm fine. So, got a bunch of shirts to print. These right here. These right here. A batch out there. Sorry for the mess, y'all. Don't even look at that. It's a tornado. But yeah, we've been doing a lot of stuff, getting busy, and this is what it looks like when you're fully in production and you just don't have any time. You just gotta keep on going. Let me give y'all an angle. Getting the DTG ready right now. Putting this on the DTG Ri1000. I don't have anything to hold this phone up. I should have organized this better before I went live. Here we go. Can y'all see that? Try to do a balancing act right here. Hello from my vacation. Room, see work. Okay, get your vacation on. I like that. I like that. If you are a hard worker, you deserve to take a vacation. Always. All right. Let me see the comments. I'm good. How are you? Hello, everybody. You didn't see anything. All right. So you can see me load up the shirt on a DTG. All right. This is a large. Boom. Right here. I got quite a few of these to print, as you guys can see. Maybe like 50 of them. So where did I just put my thing? Here it is. Load this up right here. Boom, boom. Actually, let me be careful. I'm just loading up for y'all, trying to be fancy, but still gotta pay attention to what I'm doing, because that's when you mess up. Gotta make sure that's nice and flat. Nice, smooth, and flat. And then after you get it nice and flat, select from the job I already did. Store jobs, boom. Print, yes. I'll show you guys this step in a second. And push that inside, and then it's gonna start printing. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, a little shot of that print head moving back and forth, putting the colors on there. It's gonna put the white layer down. You're trying to get one of these? Hey, man, only get one if you have the business and if you're gonna be printing often. Only get one if you have the business and you're gonna be printing often. Do not get this printer if you are not going to be printing often, or else you'll be complaining. You'll be complaining, and the inks are expensive, but they're not expensive if you're selling shirts. So that's what I'm gonna say. How many shirts can you run it an hour? Um, I don't know. I've never really timed myself, but like we're live right now, so you can like estimate and see what I'm doing. So I just dried that. Did I dry this already? You know what? It don't hurt to press it for another 30 seconds just to make sure. I think I did, but it doesn't hurt to press it again for another 30 seconds. So I got one hovering, I got one pressing, right? So you can time it. You can time the next shirt, and you can estimate how long it will take you to do several shirts in an hour. It really depends on how many shirts you've pre-treated. I pre-treated all these shirts already, and the ones over there, they're all pre-treated already. So now you're limited as like how fast this can print and this can't print that fast. You know, it really depends on how large your design is. So if you have a full color design on here, it's not going to print that fast. This is not really a full color. It's not really full color. It's more like half of the shirt. So, you know, and obviously I'm printing this for a church, you know. So let me situate my situation so y'all can get a view. Hey, Uni, what's going on? What's going on, Miss Godfrey? You're so funny. Miss Godfrey's dope. She doing some creative stuff on her channel. She's like, I'm like, wow, how are you coming up with this stuff, girl? She coming up with some crazy stuff over there. So now I'm going to press. Guys, have I been MIA or what? Does it seem like I've been MIA? I'm sorry if it seems like I've been MIA. I've just been working, man. Like, you know, you try to do this stuff and you ask for it. You wish you could get business. And I tell everybody, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. And when you get it, you gotta embrace it. You gotta embrace the business because, you know, it's gonna come. And when it comes, you gotta be willing to take it. Like, take the money while you can, right? And I've been getting swamped. I've been getting hammered with requests. So let me see. What's the setting for the white base? I'll show you what the setting is in a second. All right, so this one just came out, right? So that's gonna go over here to hover. So real fast, let me see if I can situate y'all in a situation where you can see it. All right, so I'm gonna take the frame off. Take this over here. Put that over there, and just let it hover. It's not touching, it's just hovering. And then I'm gonna take this one off. It just got finished getting done. Take it off, and so on and so forth. Now let me neaten up my workflow a little bit because I like to keep everything stacked together clean. And y'all are over here. I don't want y'all to mess up the way I do things because I lay stuff down in order, and I lay my client stuff down in ways that I would want people to take care of my stuff. So all the larges right here, some of the larges rather, and as it gets done, I lay it down. All right, so now I grab another shirt. Boom. All right, so you can start timing how much time it would take to do, how many shirts you could do in an hour. All right, so I'm putting the shirt on right here. Boom. Assuming that it's already pre-treated because you do have to pre-treat, and that takes a little time. This morning I pre-treated all these shirts, then I walked away, and now I'm printing them. All right, so I'm gonna print one, and then the next one after this, wait a minute. Boom, print, boom, boom. Oh, no, that's not it. That's not the one I want to do. All right, store jobs. All right, how do I cancel this job? Show you want to cancel print? Yes. Store job. Machine is busy. Store job, geez. All right, so this is a bad example. It's never happened to me before, but I'm trying to show you guys something. So, of course, it's going to happen when I'm trying to show you something. All right, so give me a second. All right. Let the machine do its thing. He used a Ricoh Ri1000 DTG. Let me see the questions real fast. Okay, so happy to see you too. What up, Doc? What's going on? What's going on, Brad? Bad Brad. I don't be in the gym as often as I should be, but I'm gonna get back. I always say I'm gonna get back. All right, so here we go. Let me show y'all what I do. All right, for those y'all that's curious. So the job is loaded up on my computer already, and I already printed it, so it's loaded up in my system, and I got it connected via Ethernet. There's a video on Ricoma's website that shows you how to connect your device to the Ri1000 via the Ethernet cable. I hate PCs, I ain't gonna lie. Look at this thing. They're so slow. Alright, now I gotta put in my password. There you go. Alright, so this is the design right here. You don't see this section right here because it's black. Look, no, I'm messing up my workflow. It's hovering so it won't pop up automatically. Alright, so somebody wants to see the settings that I do. Alright, so to activate the setting, you load up your design by going in here, and then you find your design, you select it, you press open, and then it appears down here. Then you left click on the design to make it pop up over there. Right? You right click, brings up settings, and then you go to workflow. Then I normally click apply cost calculation, because after it prints the first one, it'll tell you how much, an average of how much it costs if you've plugged in all the numbers already, how much your shirt costs, etc., etc. All right, that's like a more advanced feature. All right, so printer, I'm using the large platen. The Ricoh comes with the medium platen. I use the large platen, so I select large platen. Right, that's all. Under job, I normally scale and proportionate is checked. I uncheck scale and check proportional, right? And then I put the size that I want it to be. So right now it's set up to be 13 by 13 inches wide. As you guys can see, this is not a square. It's more of a rectangle. So what will happen is, if you go too big, then an exclamation point is going to appear. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. 15, 17. See that exclamation point? That's telling you that now the width of this design is too big for this. It can't fit on that. So you have to adjust it to the point where you don't see exclamation point. All right, so 15. All right, and then you can press this button right here to center it. That centers your design from left to right, and this centers your design horizontal, up and down. All right, then you go to color. So after you got that situated, you can press OK, because it doesn't update in real time as you're doing it. It doesn't update until you press OK, and then you can see the changes that you made. All right, so then after I do that tab, I go to color, and then I select black garment. If you've updated your Colorgate software, then you're going to see all these different settings. You got setting for a black garment, setting for a DTF black garment, setting for DTF white garment, and then you got white garment. I'm using black garment, obviously. I don't use white garment unless it's a white shirt, clearly, obviously, right? All right. So leave that on black garment, leave that on that. And I normally change that to superfine. By default, it goes on 600 by 600 fine, 8 bypass. I put mine on superfine because you want your shirts to be super fine, like you, right? All right, so then I enhance quality. That's normally unchecked. I check that, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. That's all I do for the settings. All right, so real fast, you go to select the platen, size your design, and put your design exactly where it's going to be. And the reason why I like the software is because these little squares are inches. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You can measure down 3 inches, and you can see exactly where it's going to lay down. 3 inches over, 3 inches down. All right, and then you go to color, adjust that depending on what garment. All color garments, I use black garment, super fine. All right, and rip. Also, one thing I missed out, you select enhance quality, and you also hit use document transparency, because you do not want to print the background unless the background is part of your artwork. All right, and then you press OK, and then you drag the now edited. It'll update after you press OK and appear right here. Then you select the now edited design and drag it up here, and then the system will start processing it, and it'll appear up here. Since I already got mine on the screen, I already printed it. I'm going to go ahead and hit Store Jobs. Store Jobs. Then I'm going to select it. There it is right here. Then I'm going to press Print. Yes. Then when I hit Return, you're going to see it right there. Garment already loaded up. Press Set. Obstacle detected, which means my shirt isn't flat enough, right? And I like my shirt to be really, really close to the platen. What I can do is I can lower down the platen with this little knob down here, but I don't want to lower down the platen because I want my shirt to be really, really close to the print heads so that it'll print real defined. So you got to make sure the shirt is dumb flat so that the obstacle can't be detected. If you notice, the obstacle was detected, but I smoothed my hand over it, laid it down a little flatter, and now it's going in, and now it's going to print. All right, and that's as close as I can get to the print head without an obstacle being detected. So now you see the Ri1000 starting to print. All right, and that's pretty much how you use the Ri1000. You guys are now qualified. That's it. Game over. You guys want to see it in action? There it is, laying down a white underbase. On color garments, it lays down a white underbase. Lays down a white underbase, and with the first pass, and then the second pass, it lays down the color on top of it. Second pass right here. All right, so that's actually hovered already. So I'm going to go ahead and dry it. Keep my production going. And it's actually dried already, but I press it for the second. I got one heat press to hover and one heat press to press. Now, the reason why I do that is because hovering will dry it, right? Will dry the ink, and then pressing it will flatten out. If there's any texture on here, it flattens it out. All right. And then let's go ahead right there. And then I go ahead and press that down with my Walla press from Heat Transfer Warehouse. Let me see my 16x20 Ricoma press. All right. Links in the description down below for either one of them. Actually, links is not in the description for this. They might be, I'm not sure. But use my affiliate link if you want to buy either one of these guys. All right. So you guys can time how long it takes to print it. But let me see. For the white underbase, what percentage do you have? Okay. I don't select any percentage. I'm using the factory settings. If you're using ColorGate, you don't have to put a percentage. You didn't see me change any percentage. It's just standard. Whatever comes in this system that's what I'm doing. You did not see me put down any percentage. So there's no percentage that I change. If you want to change a percentage and use your own besides what the factory recommends, because I'm using the factory default, like I can go through it again, but you can rewind the video after it goes up to see what I did. But at no point did you see me adjust any percentage of white. So basically, I opened up ColorGate with the factory settings, and I used exactly what it gave me. There's no intensity. There's no intensity. You're still asking about something. See, sometimes a lot of people make mistakes because they go in and they try to make something the simple complicated. And what you're doing, my friend, no offense, and I'm not trying to be a smart ass, but you're making something simple more complicated. I did not adjust the spread, nor did I adjust the choke, nor did I adjust any white. I pressed open in ColorGate, and whatever ColorGate gave me, that's what I used. You're asking me a question that did not happen. I cannot answer that question. Now, I can show you what the factory settings are, but which doesn't make any sense because if you have ColorGate and you open it up, you're going to get the factory settings. You know what I mean? So, but if you want to see the factory settings, I mean, let me show you if I can find it. Settings. Now, this is so hidden. No, it's okay. It's no biggie. It is, but you don't even see a setting here to adjust the percentage. You have to go into like some secret menu to adjust the settings, right? And I'm going to show you in a second. Did they take it away? Hold on. See, as I'm scrolling through, you don't even see an option to adjust the amount of white that it's laying down. Output transparency, that's not it. No. Color, that's not it. If you want to adjust how much white and how much choke and all that, you have to actually go into advanced settings. But I don't go into advanced settings because it's printing out fine. But if you want to go to advanced settings and make something simple complicated, then you can go in there and you can adjust all of these, all these that color gate has already set up for you, and you can, you know, you can adjust it. But then when your prints start coming out messed up, you know what I mean? They got it set up for you. They got it set up. I don't mess with this stuff. I don't mess with it. Like before they upgraded the software and you couldn't do DTF. DTF wasn't a option. Then I would go and I would go from white to color. Then I would go color to white, right? C to W. That's what that stands for. So I would adjust it that way, and that way you can adjust the choke right here and stuff like that. But I don't do any of that stuff because it's not necessary. It's not necessary. It's printing out fine. So why would I adjust it if it's, you know what I mean? There's no need for me to adjust it. Now, if you have something special that you're trying to do, then, you know, that's how you do it. But, you know, I'm just trying to show you guys how to do it the most simplest way that works, and a simple way works. So if it's not broke, don't try to fix it, because sometimes when you try to fix it, you break it. You know what I mean? So like a lot of times, it's the same thing with embroidery. People ask you questions, and people ask me questions that have nothing to do with, you know what I mean? Like I try to make it really simple so you can achieve everything. You know, unless you're trying to do something else, which you shouldn't try. You shouldn't try to do anything advanced until you learn the basics, right? Don't try to flip backwards if you can't even keep balance, right? Learn how to do the basics first. Learn how to work with the software at its most basic form, and then you try to advance stuff, right? You see where the menu took me to change the settings. It went into advanced. It went to advanced settings, right? So if you don't know the basics, why do you want to go to advanced settings? That's all I'm saying. Sorry if it seems like I came at you. I'm just trying to like reason with you. I apologize. You know, I'm like a tough love type of individual, I guess. But yeah. But I apologize if it seemed like I was harsh. I really do apologize. I don't mean to come off like that. But I just try to like tell you exactly why I'm doing things the way the method to my madness. And to me, it's like, if it works, why am I bothering it? You know what I mean? So I showed you guys the settings. Yeah. So let me see anything else. Hit the like button, please. I printed some shirts on factory settings and the color wasn't too bright, as yours looks bright. Oh, well, probably because now the other variable with the Ricoh Ri1000 is the pre-treat, right? So I'm gonna pre-treat different than you. You might have a pre-treat machine. You might use the Wagner spray gun. You might use a different pre-treat. So it's like I'm pre-treating the way that I showed how to pre-treat on the channel, right? You might be pre-treating a different way. So you might be laying down less pre-treat than I do, so your colors might not pop as much. And you know, with DTG, if your shirt doesn't have enough pre-treat on it, then the color is going to be a lot lighter. It's not gonna absorb into the shirt as good as if you lay down the right amount of pre-treat. If you want to know how to how I do my pre-treat, I got videos on it. So yeah, so pre-treat absolutely does matter. And I use the Wagner too. I use the Wagner spray gun. So just spend a little bit more time with your pre-treat method, and you know, maybe run some more tests. Try to do a little bit more testing, right? And you'll get it to print fine, because I get mine to print fine. And what I do is, like, look at my hand. This is the Wagner spray gun. This is the trigger. I spray, stop, spray, stop, spray, stop. Sideways, spray, stop, spray, stop, spray, stop. And then I take a roller from Home Depot, like the foam roller, little small ones from Home Depot, and I just lay it on top of the fabric. I don't push. I just let it sit on top of the fabric, and I just, with my hand, it's just literally sitting on my hand, and the roller is sitting on the shirt, and I just lay it to make sure it's laid down flat. But before I do any of that, I give it one press for like 6 seconds to lay down all the fibers. Then I pre-treat, spray stop, spray stop, spray stop, up and down and right and left. And then I press it with your sheet on top, right? I press mine 300 degrees for 40 seconds, and then I'll take it off, and I'll let the moisture, the rest of the moisture dissipate, and then I go in on it. All right, so that's how I do it. That's my whole pre-treat method. All right, so I hope that helps. If not, then I have a video showing exactly how I pre-treat. And this is tough to do because the color is similar to the shirt, right? The color is similar to the shirt, so it's like you got to get that pre-treat right. So yeah, now that makes sense. Now you hit me off with the, yo, I do mine just like yours, and that makes sense. So my bad. Also, depending on the quality of your t-shirt too, right? I won't say the quality of your t-shirt. I would say more so whether your t-shirt is 100% cotton versus a blend, right? So DTG works best with 100% cotton. 100% cotton, DTG is the bomb. When you start mixing a little bit of poly, 10% still okay, but when you get to those high poly counts, then it's harder to DTG on it. These are extra large, extra 2XLs. So I might make my design a little bit bigger to go on these, right? 2XLs. How do I do this? Let me think. I could just go into the software and make it bigger, but then I'm going to have several of these designs inside of the computer, inside of the Ricoh. I'm going to save the 2XLs for last. Yeah, I'll save all the 2XLs for last. And then I'll move on to the mediums. And these are 2XLs, so let me put a medium on here. Got to think about what you're doing while you're doing it. And this is a medium shirt. So depending on how this fits on a platen, all right, it fits good. Depending on how it fit on a platen, I might want to make the design a little bit smaller for it, but it looks like it's laying down fine. Laying down fine meaning the sleeve is not coming up here and making it stick up. My hands are ashy, and it's not coming up on the sides and making it stick up. So just laying it down. I got it as high as possible. I'll take my little guard, put it on there, right? And I measure by grabbing these sides of both hands at the same time, which I have no slack over here and I have some slack over here. So I got to even that out. Not in the center, all right? Looks like it might be in the center, but it's not. So let me center that up real fast. Shout out to the best uni for holding down a live. Oh my God. Oh, admin. That. But yeah, y'all, I got a lot of stuff that I want to post, and I'm going to get to it. I apologize. You guys know I just came from vacation and a lot of videos to edit, a lot of videos to shoot, but a lot of client orders to fulfill. And I promised myself that I would not, I promised myself that I would not get this money, to be honest with you. I promised myself that I would not get this money. I'm in a position, right? So if I'm in a position, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, right? Because there's people that want this opportunity. Did I press this? That's what happens when you I don't feel like I did. I think I did though. But there's people that want this business, right? So I'm not gonna be able to do the business and not take the blessings. You know what I mean? And plus, I need to because I'm trying to make a few moves. I'm trying to do some things in Dominica. I'm trying to purchase a few new things to show you guys. And, when you're trying to purchase something for your business, it's always a good idea to let the business pay for it and not put yourself in debt, especially right now. Especially right now. Right now is not the time where you want to make unnecessary purchases unless your business can pay for it and you can justify that purchase by that item bringing you additional income to your business, right? Who's checked the stock market lately? I don't know how many of y'all invest in stocks, but everything is disgusting right now. Stock market is disgusting. Prices of gas, disgusting. Everything is terrible right now. So it's like, if it's not going to give you a return, don't make the purchase, period. You know what I mean? That's where I stand on that. And right now, I'm just trying to get some stuff that for the business that's going to bring me a return and going to help grow the business. So that's where I'm at with that. And that's what I advise y'all to do. It's always a good idea to spend money on something that's going to bring you a return. Jesus Roman, shouts out to you, man. Shouts out. I got to check out your channel. Everybody go check out the Best Unis channel, of course, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Everybody go check out Jesus Roman's channel. See what this person's up to right here. Everybody go check out CTR Shirts. How do you stay self-disciplined? how do you get motivated? A-Dubb, I'm really struggling daily. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth. And it's going to sound crazy because I'm trying to promote this thing. You need to be around like-minded individuals. You need to be around people that are doing, people like me, right? So you need to watch more YouTube, watch more people that are doing what you want to do, right? But it's one thing to watch people, and it's a whole other thing to be around those people. So if you want to get motivated, if you want a little push, if you want some encouragement, if you want to be around somebody, but none of your friends, none of your family, none of your immediate circle is doing those things, you need to go to some workshops, some seminars, some conferences. And lucky for you, and all this stuff is a business investment because you can write it off on your taxes. Everything that's involved, you making your business better, you doing research for your business, you learning new things for your business, you buying new things. All these things are business write-offs. So when you go to like Made to Hustle, right? When you go to Made to Hustle, you can write that off on your business taxes because it's something that you invested. It's a ticket that you purchased to go to a seminar to learn how to do what it is exactly that your business does to make money, right? So it's always a good idea to spend money on things that are going to grow your business and that are priceless. And one thing that is priceless is learning new skills. One thing that's priceless is learning new skills from individuals that already do have those skills and already do those things, right? Because it's going to give you a jump start. Like a lot of the things that I show you guys on the channel, I spent time. I might have watched a few videos. I might have, read the manual. But in order to hone it in and get things exactly how I like, after I watched those videos and after I, read the instruction manual and stuff like that, I took my time to put my little tweaks and peaks on this stuff so that it can turn out the way I want it to turn out, right? So when you go to a conference, you get to talk to people like me who not only learned the formal way, but also took the time out to kind of put their twist on it to get the equipment to act the way they want it to act, right? So like that's the value. You'll get a jump start. You'll get to talk to people. You'll get tips and tricks. You'll get to make connections with the manufacturers of these different businesses, these different equipments. You get to talk to them and find out, hey, what do you guys got? You guys got anything new coming out? You guys got a new heat press coming out? You guys got a new DTF method coming out? Hey, these are the problems that I'm having. How do I fix it? Now you got somebody right there from the company in your face, right? As opposed to sending an email or talking on the phone and somebody can, blow you off or hang up on you. You got the company sitting right there, individuals from the company sitting right there. So you can say, hey, this is the problem that I'm having. I bought your machine. What's up? How do I fix this? You got a rep coming to you and say, okay, well, sorry you're having this problem. This is how you fix it. Or sorry you're having this problem. Let me get your information. He's going to call you after the seminar is over, right? And you see these different equipments. You see people, they got their merch on that they made. They got guest speakers up on stage talking about how they do what they did and how they got there, and different techniques and different strategies they use. So you go home motivated. You go home encouraged. You go home inspired, right? So that's how I would suggest that you use that to get a little bit get a little bit of motivation, get a little bit of inspiration to to keep you going if this is what you want to do. But also, like, some of it has to be you. Like, do you really want to do it? Like, and what's your reason? What's your reason that you're doing it, right? Because you have to want to do it for you, right? Part of it has to be because you enjoy it. Because if you're doing anything, right? If you're doing anything just for money, for example, then ultimately you're not going to like what you're doing, right? If you're doing it to get paid, then it's just another job. If you're doing it for financial gain, it's just another job, and you're going to feel the same way, that you feel when you go into that 9 to 5. Oh my God, I got to go in here. Oh my God, I got to make these shirts. Do you like doing it? I actually like making it. I actually like making new designs. It's fun. I actually like pressing shirts. I actually like seeing how it comes out. I actually like wearing my own clothes. I actually like saving money by wearing my own clothes and not having to buy other people's, a Nike or a Reebok or or a Versace or a Gucci or something. You know what I mean? I like making my own stuff and making it look just as good, if not better, than those Gucci's and stuff like that. So, yeah. Yep. And you getting better at it, the best Uni. So shouts out to you. Mm-hmm. Just subscribe to the best Uni, of course. Why would you not? Like-minded individuals, no negativity. Exactly, no negativity. You get to see people that look just like you or different than you doing the same things. Socializing, team building, coordinating, and you can build some connections that you could collaborate with other creators. Epson ET1000. It doesn't seem like the colors are bright and vibrant. Well, I have my Epson ET1000 sitting right over there, and I have never put ink in it. I have never put any type of ink in it. I haven't put sublimation ink in it. I didn't put regular ink in it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I bought the Epson ET1000 because I just wanted the Epson ET1000 because I thought, everybody had it. It had a little streak, like, what was it, last year before last, where it was the hottest thing since sliced bread. It was sold out everywhere. I just wanted one because I wanted one. So I saw one in Staples one day and I bought it. And I made an unboxing video showing you guys what you get in the box when you get the Epson ET EcoTank 1000. Never put any ink in it. I had it all intentions to put ink in it and to use it to try to sublimate, but I thought about it and it didn't make any sense for my business. It didn't make any sense for my business because I'm showing you guys how to use a Sawgrass SG1000, SG500. So for my business, it didn't make sense. And on top of that, the Epson printers, they weren't meant to be sublimation printers. So, like, if you have an issue with your printer right now, the DTG is doing maintenance. Watch this, I'm show you. If you have an issue with a printer that's not meant to do sublimation maintenance, so right now I can't do anything. Oh, now it's ready. Okay. If you have a problem with a printer that's not meant to do sublimation, then guess what? You got no customer service. So customer service is priceless. Customer service is priceless. So CTR shirt says she'll buy it from me. I don't want to sell it. I don't want to sell it because it's nostalgic. It's nostalgic. It's has a lot to do with history. You know what I mean? And it's like we're living in historic times, y'all. Believe it or not, we're living in historic times. Like, look at all this technology we got that wasn't around before. We didn't have all this stuff before. Like, we are really, us garment decorators, I don't know if I pressed that on. Us garment decorating, we are really disturbing the industry. We are disturbing, what you for the best uni. We are really disturbing the industry, and we're making a huge impact on these large companies' pockets. And that was one of my goals in being a content creator and showing you guys how to use this equipment. One of my goals were to help people keep money in their pockets and to take the money out of these big companies' pockets, right? So that was a huge goal of mine, and I think that we're making some serious noise. These companies are starting to sweat a little bit because they see like, yo, people aren't buying as much as they used to. People are making more, right? So you're gonna see companies start to offer more customizable things, right? Start to, I don't know, they got to be more creative, because if they don't, they're gonna die, right? Because all these secrets that have been kept for so many years are being told by people like me, people like Rich Con, people like Stan Banks. Shout out to Stan Banks. Shout out to Rich Con. People like everybody else in the field. We're showing you guys how to do this stuff. So it's like you can save so much money. Somebody said my platinum's high. Let me see. Where'd the comment go? Your pattern is high to avoid overspray, right? Correct. Yeah. My platinum. What the heck is going on? Yeah, my platinum is high. Sorry. My platinum is high because if I twist that knob and make the platinum go lower, then the image is going to be more hazy. Because you got to understand, the ink is coming out of the print head and it has to travel down. And when the print head shoots out the ink, you just got to think of it. How does the printer work? The printer shoots out ink, right? And the ink needs to hit something. If that something is farther away, the ink is little dots, so it's going to spread out. The farther away the platen is, it's going to spread out. And if it's too far away, it's going to get too wide, and then your image is going to start looking hazy. That's why you want it close as possible to the print head, so that when it shoots out, it just hits whatever it's supposed to hit right away. So that way you can get a more defined image, right? As opposed to it, like spray something out of a spray can, and you can see what it does. The spray can goes from the little small tip, and then it goes wide, right? It shoots wide. So make this closer to that, and then it's going to come out more crisp. You know what I mean? That makes sense? Just got to think about it. What's going on, Educated Natural? Shouts out to Educated Natural, man. I got all the superstars coming on alive. We got the best unit. We got the Educated. Man, listen, y'all got me feeling good right now. Got me feeling good right now. All right, so I'm knocking them out. You know what I mean? And the best thing about it is I'm going at my own pace. And guess what? When you're doing this stuff, right, you want to give yourself time, right? When you get an order from a client, give yourself some time so you can work at your own pace, so you're not rushing, so you're not stressing yourself. Because right now, I have enough time to fulfill this order, whereas though I could just walk away and go watch TV right now, and it don't even matter. That's the beauty of working for yourself, right? The beauty of working for yourself is you can do it when you want to do it. But you also have to take some sort of responsibility, because guess what? If you do it when you want to do it and it doesn't get done, then the bills don't get paid. So you have to be disciplined. You know what I mean? Especially as an entrepreneur making your own money, like we do over here, like I do over here. You got to discipline yourself. It's hot up in here, dog. Like, whew, I'm hot right now. Got 2 heat presses on, but it is what it is, man. We're going to keep this thing going. Smooth that down so it don't give me an error when it's going in. Make sure it's nice and smooth. If you guys notice, I'm always smoothing this down because I got it that close to the point where if I don't smooth it down all the way and get all those wrinkles out, there's going to be an obstacle detected. All right. Image, boom, print, yes, return, set. All right. Obstacle detected. Bring it back out again. Smooth a little more because I know I just did 10 shirts already. So it is down. Put it back in. That's how we do, babies. How we do. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. If I got you guys interested in DTG. If I got you guys interested in DTG, got you guys curiosities, like, maybe I might want to get one of those. Hit the like button. All right, we got 68 seconds on the hover. On the hover. See, it's not touching. We on the hover. We hovering right now on this one. We hovering. And when you hover on a heat press, and the heat press has an auto open feature, it's gonna beep and it's not gonna open, because what releases the heat press is this magnet right here. And if your heat press is not touching, right? If it's not touching the garment, then the magnet is not gonna release. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. But when it touches, in this case, I got this one on press. When it touches, the auto open feature does work. So if your heat press does have a feature, if your heat press is able to be cranked up all the way and hover, then you can notice that, okay, ask again. Hold on, let me see. I missed a question. Hit the like button, please. Like your designs, thank you. Let me give y'all something to look at. Then mine's after CTR. Passion for perfection at work here today. Yes, definitely. What is your CTR? My click-through ratio? Is that what we're talking about? See how this is beeping? It's done. And it's not coming up. That's because it's hovering. So, all right. My click-through ratio. You want to know what my click-through ratio is? Is that because that's what CTR means to me? Click-through ratio for YouTube. I'm not sure if that's what you're asking. Am I right? I don't know what you're asking. My 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 click-through ratio for YouTube. I don't know. Is that what's CTR, man? Am I supposed to know that? All right. Let's see. Sorry, A-Dubb. Answer my other question. All right. Let me see what your other question was. Hold on. I would rise it higher after passing the sensor. Well, I mean, no, you don't want to do that, because if you do, you're taking a risk. You're taking a risk that the print head might scrape against the garment, and then in that case it's going to create a smudge. So you don't want to do that. You try to cheat the system, you might cheat yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, it's definitely there for a reason. It's definitely there for a reason, right? So you don't wanna try to finagle that, because you might really create some smudge, and yeah, you'll play yourself on that one. So see how close it is. Like, you see that print head passing? It's just like it's barely touch. It's not touching at all. If you raise it up after it sucks it in, then you could potentially raise it up too much and it touches, and you won't know that. You won't know that because you can't. You can't measure that. So if you do that and it touches, your design is going to be a huge smudge, because the print head is going to be rubbing up against your shirt, and you could damage the print head. You gotta when you think about something, and you think about like a shortcut that you want to try, or a way that you want to manipulate the system, you got to think about what you're doing before you do it. You really got to think about this stuff. And if you're not, my phone low on battery, but like you got to be careful. You can damage your equipment trying to do certain stuff. So yeah, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea, what you were saying there. I get your reasoning, because to make it more crisp, but you're gonna end up damaging your print head, or your print head's gonna end up touching and rubbing up against the garment, and it could create all types of errors. And y'all wild up here, man. Those guys are crazy. Trying to break your own machine. Crazy. All right, I'm sorry. I missed your whole question. I didn't see it. Big hello, A-Dubb in the chat. What's going on? What equipment should small owner invest in? I already have a cutter and 2 heat presses for vinyl and a sublimation paper. All right, no answer after CTRs. I don't understand. What is that click-through ratio? Hey, A-Dubb, the best union, not educate natural. All right, so all right. Let me answer the one question first. What equipment should you get? Oh, CTR shirts. Oh my God. I'm so slow. Jesus Christ. All right. So what equipment should you get? You already have a vinyl cutter and you already have 2 heat presses. What would you get? What would I get? I would, depending on the size of your heat press, I'll probably get a bigger heat press. So if you got 15 by 15s, you probably want to get rid of one of those 15 by 15s and start upgrading your presses to 16 by 20s so you can print and press larger designs, right? Because I don't even buy, I got 5, no lie, I got about 5 15 by 15 heat presses at the other house right now that I don't use. I shipped one to, no, that'll be 6-1. I shipped one to Dominica already, and I'm gonna ship some more over there soon. But yeah, you definitely wanna print larger designs, so you might want to get a larger heat press. Um, and the other answer to that question would be it depends on your business and it depends on what your customers are asking for. It depends on what you want to do, what interests you. What do you want to do next? Do you want to do sublimation? Do you want to do DTF? Do you want to do DTG? Do you want to do white toner? What do you want to do next? I can't answer that question for you. Do you want to do embroidery next? What does your client base want? What do you want? Right? So if your client base isn't telling you what you want, if you aren't getting a request for a specific thing, then it's going to be, okay, what do I think that I would enjoy doing that's going to grow my business? That's what you got to ask yourself, right? So I can't tell you, yo, go out and get this or go out and get that next. You got to decide that for yourself. I'll tell you my path, what I did. I started off, you guys can go on the channel and watch. I started off with a Silhouette Cameo 3. Start off Silhouette Cameo 3, right? Next step, embroidery. I got my embroidery machine, small one, Brother SE600 embroidery machine, and then I said, you know what? I like this embroidery thing. I want a multi-needle embroidery machine. So then I got a multi-needle embroidery machine. So, that was my path. And then I'm like, I'm watching all these DTG videos. I'm like, I would never buy a DTG machine ever. Hearing all these nightmares, people who can't use it, can't do this, but then I saw one for a really, really good deal. Then I'm like, yo, it's only $4,000. I'm gonna go take a shot and see what happens. If not, then I've lost $4,000 before, whatever. I mean, it's always good. It's always a good idea to try something and fail than to not try that thing at all. You know what I mean? It's a good idea to waste money on some stuff that you want to try. Great idea. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. It's a great idea to waste money on something that you want to try. Even if you fail, it was still a great idea and it's still money well spent because you tried it. You know what you did wrong. You don't have to think about it anymore. It didn't work for you. You didn't enjoy it. You can move on from that idea because I did that already. I tried that. I don't like it. Or I did that already. I tried it. Nobody wants to buy that. And you're not constantly thinking about, that's not, in business, right? You're thinking about, okay, how can I get better? How can I get bigger? What can I do? And you can't get these thoughts out of your head until you try it, right? So it's a great idea to try it and fail than to not try it and still have it stuck in your head, bothering you every single day. There's something on top of something on top of your shoulder. It's so frustrating, so annoying to have, oh my gosh, I want to do this. Oh my gosh, I want to do that. Just try it. Spend the money, try it. If it works, doesn't. If it works, great. If it doesn't, you tried it. Forget it. It's money, whatever. As long as you are alive, as long as you're breathing, you can make some more money, right? As long as you are breathing, you can always go make some more money. So why are you scared to spend money? Try it. Darker shirt, brighter color. Always a good idea. Get that out the way. Try it out. You've been thinking about it, try it. You lose $4,000, you lose $5,000, you lose $6,000, whatever. You still alive, you ain't dead. It's too much money. There is so much money that nobody in the world is ever going to have all the money. Right? There's so much money out here that nobody is ever going to have all the money. No one person Everybody's trying to get all the money. Like, think about how ridiculous that is. Nobody is ever going to have all the money. Nobody, right? There are huge companies that have trillions and trillions and trillions and billions, and nobody's ever going to have all the money. And the system is set up, you can't have all the money, because then you got to pay taxes, you got to pay this, you got to pay that. And even if somebody figured out a way how to get most of the money, the government will step in like, oh no, you got too much money. We can't allow you to do that. You know what I mean? You know how the government is. They won't let you do too much. You know, you might get, they might send somebody for you before they let you have, because the more money you have, then you're more powerful than the government, because money controls everything, right? Money can buy the biggest army. Whoever got the biggest army rules, right? I'm going left with that, but anyway, the point is, try that idea you got. Just try it out, because if not, you're going to be thinking about it next year, and it's going to be holding you back in life. I have an Epson ET 8550 that I purchased in February, but I'm still not sure about converting to DTF. That would be my logical next step, I think. Okay, now, to that I would say, if you have enough information on how to convert it into DTF, and you know how to convert it into DTF, and you have enough information that tells you what to do when you're going to run into those DTF issues, right, while converting or while printing something, then, and you bought it with the intentions to converting it into DTF, then why are you holding back? You bought it with the intentions to convert it into DTF, right? But I'm still not sure about converting it. If you're not sure about converting it, what else are you going to do with it? You already have it, right? You already have the ET8550. If you don't convert it to DTF, what else are you going to do with it? Is it just going to be sitting there collecting dust, or are you going to use it as a regular printer, right? I think that you bought that because that is the printer that people convert to DTF. So you bought that with the intention on converting it into DTF. So there's the answer to your question right there. Convert that thing into DTF and stop crying. Stop babysitting that machine and convert it to DTF. You might break it. That's the flip side. You might have issues with it, because guess what? That machine wasn't set up, wasn't created to do DTF, but people are having successful DTF printing situations with it. So, you know, I don't know. Myself, I would just buy a DTF printer. That way, you know what I mean? People are always trying to, like, and I'm not coming at you, I'm just saying in general. A lot of the times in business, you try to take the path of least resistance. If you try to take the path of least resistance, you'll find yourself being successful faster, right? So the path of least resistance is getting the equipment that is set up to do what it is you're trying to do, right? But for some reason, we want to save $1, we want to save $2. If you have a legit business and you're making money, then just spend the most money. Sounds crazy, right? I say that to say, like, you're gonna need tax write-offs when you start making money in business. So, and even as a sole proprietor, if you don't have a legit business, right? If you just operating under your Social Security number and you're doing your taxes off your income from your business under your Social Security number, you still need those write-offs. So just get the correct gear. Just get the correct gear and write it off. Write it off. Yo, when you don't write this stuff off, you're gonna end up giving the money to Uncle Sam. You're gonna end up, like, if you make $1,000, right? How do you keep that percentage that you're supposed to give to the government? In the chat right now. When you make money, when your business makes money, if you make $1,000, you are legally supposed to give the government a percentage of that money. How do you avoid giving the government a percentage of that money if you want to do your business legit, which is what I highly suggest that you guys do. Be legit, because you can't scale if you're not legit, period. You can't scale. You can't get bigger. You can't do better things. You can't be in, your business can't be in a position so you can buy anything worth value. Like, you know, if you want to buy a house under your business name, so you can't do any of those things if you're not operating legit. So in business, if you make $1,000, just keep it simple. If you make $1,000, how do you avoid giving the government a percentage of that $1,000? Spend it. You got to suspend it. You got to spend it. You got to use that $1,000 and buy something with the whole $1,000. Buy something for your business with that whole $1,000. That way, hey, Mr. Government, you want my business to grow because you want me to help stimulate your economy. That $1,000 I made, I spent the whole $1,000. This is what I bought. Here's my receipt. Write it off. I don't owe you anything. Boom, we're even. The government's happy because you stimulated the economy, right? Your business grows more because you bought something for your business. Spend it all. Spend it all and keep on making your business grow until, until you're making enough where you can, start doing some other things. Until you can, build a better financial strategy where you can, start keeping more of that money in your pocket. But the more you make, the more you're going to have to pay in taxes. So if it's something that you want for your business, take the path of least resistance. Just do it right. Do it right, or else you're going to be asking me how to do. I got the Epson 8225 and when I print, it's not printing bright enough. And when I do, it's not doing this. It's not doing it because you took the path with the most resistance. So like I said, I never put ink in my ET15000 because I got a Sawgrass. They make sublimation printers for that. Why would I buy a printer that's not a sublimation printer to turn into a sublimation printer? Why just buy a sublimation printer? But like I said, on the flip side, you have a lot of people that have converted these machines and run successful businesses. That ain't me. You got to go talk to those people. You got to jump on their live, right? That's not me. And you got to ask those people for you got to pay them for consultation so they can guide you in the right direction for those things. But me, I don't really got time for that. And some of y'all on this live have done that. Some of y'all know how to do it. And some of y'all like, he don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about because I haven't done that. I haven't converted the printers. I haven't made a DTF. That's Big Boy. Big Boy does that, right? And he's he's real good at that. I won't say he's a master, but he's amongst the best at converting the printers and all that stuff. And he knows the ins and outs, right? And and you got what short is running the sublimation game right now? Blanks galore, right? ET15000. She's the master of the ETs right now. She's killing the game, right? So you got those people that you can talk to, but I can't give you conversion advice because I'm not a conversion guy. I just take the path of least resistance, man. I don't got time for all that. Write off everything to offset taxes. Exactly. Pay at least taxes as you want to, because what's going to happen is one day you're going to make a bunch of money. And then in business, there are going to be items that you still didn't purchase that year and that you wish you had. But instead of having those items, you might have gave the government $3,500. You might have gave the government $5,000. You could have spent that money on a new printer or a heat press and wrote that off to offset your taxes to only owe $1,500 or only owe $1,000 or only owe $500. But instead, you said, you know what? Let me just buy the thing and convert it. Nah, it makes no sense. It makes no sense because look at these large companies. Look at even these medium and small companies. At the end of the year, they're looking for ways to get rid of money. They're donating money to this society, to that society. They're starting their own funds and they're doing all types of stuff to spend money because they have money in abundance, right? They have extra money that they need to get rid of by the end of the year. That's why some companies, I know some of you guys work for companies that'll like sometimes just randomly buy everybody jackets or something like that. In the comments, do you work for a company that randomly, without, you know, any notice, just a bunch of backpacks will end up in the supervisor's office and they'll just hand out a bunch of backpacks? In the comments, I'm sure some of you guys work for companies that does that. Do you think they do that because they like you? Right? Right? Your company is about their money. They're doing that because they have some money that they need to spend. They're doing that because they got a grant, right, from a large corporation or from somewhere that says you have to spend this amount of money by this date or else I want my money back, right? People have to, these companies got to get rid of money. And as a business owner, you got to take the same approach because you have some of the same responsibilities. Your responsibility is to grow your business, and the government enables you to run your business because they want and they give you all these opportunities, if you know the laws, to grow your business, right? In order to grow your business, you have to spend money. They want you to spend money. That's why they give you the opportunity to write off all the money that you make. That's why I got a DTG printer. That's why I got 2 Ricomas. That's why I got a 2-head machine. That's why I got because they ain't getting nothing from me, right? I make a bunch of money, and I spend a bunch of money. And I'm going to keep on spending a bunch of money because I'm going to keep on growing my business. And when I make too much money that I can't spend, then I'm going to hire somebody, and I'm going to give them all that money, right? It's your job as an American, right, as a business owner, to contribute to society. Your number one job, let me get real with y'all and how I feel as a business owner. Right now, I feel like my number one job as a business owner right now is to make enough money so I can hire somebody and give somebody else a job. And if I haven't done that yet, which I haven't, I've hired contractors. If I haven't done that yet, then I haven't done my job as a business owner and as an American. Not to get all patriotic with y'all, but on some real stuff, like if you're not contributing, and you need to be contributing, because if you're not contributing, things are going to stay the same in these areas of the city that we want, people like me want to change, right? So in order to make things change, you have to be that difference, right? So in order to be that difference, you have to use your skills, your knowledge, your business, and create opportunities for people that can't create opportunities for themselves, or that are not willing, because they can. They just haven't done so. Maybe they don't have the tools necessary. Maybe they don't have the opportunities. So it's your job to give them opportunities, right? And every business is kind of like us. Every large business is kind of like us. Every large business started off small, right? Some of them, right? But they're creating jobs, and the government likes when they create jobs, and the government gives them tax breaks, more tax breaks for creating jobs. I'm going totally left with this, but this geez, I've been on here for 1 hour and 8 minutes. Gosh, just rambling. So these are things that I think about, guys. So I printed up a bunch of shirts while I was with you guys on the RI1000. Printed up a bunch of them so far. Still got more pressing up, so you guys can see the RI1000 can handle volume, right? Because we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So not that much, not that long, not that many shirts in an hour, right? Not that many shirts in an hour, partially because I was talking to you, and, you know, but it's, a DTG printer is for small orders. It's for small orders. And I consider what I got right now a small order, but it's really for short runs. If you want to do like 100 and 500, you want to do screen printing, right? Or you want to get transfers, right? Because that transfers are just faster. You're just pressing them on, right? But if you want to scale a DTG business and do large quantities, then you're gonna need more than one DTG printer, and you're gonna need more than one person too. You know, I mean, I think I can probably run 3 DTGs by myself with maybe 4 heat presses or 3 heat presses. I think I can run three DTG printers by myself and knock these shirts out way faster. But that's 15,000 times 3, right? Or 14,000, however much these things cost, times 3. And, you know, and the inks, woo! Like I said, do not buy this thing if you are not printing shirts on a consistent basis, because you will play yourself, you'll be complaining at the end, and it'll kill your pockets. So yeah, that's why we provide HTV transfers. There you go. There you go. Shouts out to Press On Transfers, man. Check out that channel. They provide Press On Transfers. All right, let me see last few questions before I get off of here. We've already been way too long. Where should we work? Boom. Boom. All right, y'all. So I'm about to sign off here real quick. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you guys. Videos coming soon. If y'all want to check out some exactly what write-offs, military. Yeah. Can you answer my question? Please, sir. The answer. Okay, Brahim Ennis. What up, Brahim? I ain't see you, dog. Brahim, hold on. Let me see your answer. Your question. Now you ain't asked me no questions. I don't even see no questions from you. I'm scrolling. I don't see no question. Brahim, give me a call if you want to answer your question. That's my homie. I went to school with. Me and Brahim go all the way back from elementary school. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. And we knock out the rest of these shirts real fast. One just slid out. Got to put it on hover. And got to put the press. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.